Welcome to the deep dive. Wow, yesterday in Major League Baseball, huh? Just an absolute whirlwind of action.
Oh yeah, 15 games across the board.
Seriously, coast to coast. It really felt like a quintessential snapshot of everything we love about the game. The drama, the excitement.
That's a good way to put it. America's pastime on full display.
So our mission today, as always, is to dig into the reports, the analytics from that really packed schedule. We want to pull out the most important nuggets of knowledge, the insights.
Yeah, get beyond just the scores.
Exactly. We're looking for those narratives that, will really resonate with you, the baseball aficionado. What these games mean in the bigger picture for the season. And, looking at the analysis, two games really jumped out as marquee matchups. First, you had the Baltimore Orioles, just a resounding 10-2 win over the Blue Jays.
Total offensive firepower in that one.
Right. And then, the complete opposite end of the spectrum, the Washington Nationals getting a tight 2-1 win against the Astros.
Yeah, a real low-scoring battle, that one. Gritty.
Exactly. And beyond just those two standouts, the whole day was just filled with compelling storylines, wasn't it?
It really was. It contributes to that rich tapestry of just a single day in the league. What's fascinating, I think, is how the data lets us almost immediately get a feel for things.
Like what specifically?
Well, the strengths and weaknesses of different teams right now, who's hot, who's not, key player performances, and of course, the sheer unpredictability of it all.
It's like a daily checkup on the whole league.
Kind of, yeah. A daily diagnostic. It's pretty cool.
So when we step back and look at yesterday's slate, what does it all mean? It feels like this captivating blend, really.
It is. You had offensive explosions, you had pitching duels, you had these really closely contested battles.
Yeah, everything.
And these games, they just underscore that inherent drama, that unpredictability that makes baseball so compelling,
Totally. Let's talk about that Orioles-Jays game first.
Okay, so that wasn't just a win for Baltimore. It was like a powerful statement, a 10-2 rout.
How did they pull that off so decisively?
Well, Gunnar Henderson had that big 2-run blast, and Adley Rutschman, he went 3 for 4, including a towering solo homer. But it wasn't just the power.
Oh.
Their plate approach was really disciplined. They drew 7 walks against Toronto's pitching. That kind of constant pressure, getting guys on base, wearing down the pitchers.
It's tough to handle.
It's a serious threat. And, it definitely raises some significant questions for the Blue Jays pitching staff going forward, especially maybe their bullpen depth.
Right. That's the kind of game where you just feel the momentum building with every at-bat. But then, like we said, you pivot to the Nationals-Astros game. Completely different vibe.
Oh, completely. That Nationals 2-1 win over Houston, that was a masterclass in small ball and just shut down pitching.
Josiah Gray was on the mound, right?
He was. And he was brilliant. 7 scoreless innings, kept inducing ground balls. I think it was 12 ground outs. Just kept that really potent Astros lineup totally off balance.
So how did they squeak out the win then?
Well, the winning rally in the 9th, it wasn't some big blast. It was pure fundamental baseball.
Yeah.
C.J. Abrams stole a crucial base,
Okay.
which put him in scoring position. Then Keibert Ruiz comes through with a clutch single off Ryan Presley, their reliever. It just showed the Nats can, grind out wins.
It gets really tough teams, too, like the Astros.
Exactly. Even when their offense isn't exactly setting the world on fire. For a young team, that's a huge sign of maturity, I think, being able to win those tight ones.
Yeah, absolutely. And it wasn't just those two games drawing headlines, right?
Yeah.
There was plenty else going on.
Oh, for sure.
We saw that Rockies-Guardians game, which is just a slugfest. How many homers was it?
I think they combined for 7 home runs between the two teams.
Wow. Just shows how some ballparks can really fuel the offense. Then you had, the Tigers beating the Diamondbacks 6-3.
Right. Spencer Torkelson had a big 3-run shot in that one. That felt like a really solid, well-rounded team performance for Detroit. Everything sort of clicked for them.
And what about the Rays? They always seem to find a way, especially against the Yankees.
They did it again, showed that resilience. They were down by 3 runs late in the 8th inning and came back to win. And that kind of grit, that can be huge come playoff time.
Definitely. And the Dodgers. Business as usual.
Pretty much. A powerhouse display against the Reds. Freddie Freeman hitting 2 doubles. Mookie Betts even stole home, just showing off their depth and their versatility. They can beat you in so many ways.
Yeah, we love those close ones, too. Those razor-thin margins.
Always exciting.
The Twins had that 3-2 walk-off win against the Red Sox. Came on a sac fly, right?
Yep. And the Padres squeezed out a 1-run win against the Mets. A real nail-biter.
Both games just illustrating how sometimes it all comes down to one single pitch, one play, each game just added another fascinating layer to the day.
Absolutely. And if you look at them collectively, all these games, they really do offer a clear snapshot of where things stand right now in Major League Baseball. Well, you see the strengths, the weaknesses of different contenders. You see potential breakout stars emerging, like those young hitters for the Orioles. You see the different strategies managers use.
Like the Nationals playing small ball versus the Dodgers' power approach.
Exactly. And the results from just this one day, they'll definitely have ripple effects across the standings, the playoff races. It shapes player confidence. It influences team strategy moving forward.
And gives the front offices more data points.
Tons of valuable data points as they evaluate their rosters, plan for the trade deadline, whatever it might be.
Okay, so here's maybe a final thought for you listening. This huge variety of outcomes we saw yesterday, from those high-scoring slugfests to the really tight pitching-dominated duels, it just serves as this testament, really, to how multifaceted baseball is, and its enduring ability to just captivate us with these unpredictable, compelling narratives day in and day out.
It never gets old.
Never. So think about this. What emerging trends, even just from watching yesterday's games, maybe it's the rise of young power hitters, maybe it's a new wave of pitchers mastering certain techniques, what trends could ultimately decide who's actually playing for a championship later this year?
That's the million-dollar question.
And maybe more broadly, what does this daily drama, this constant ebb and flow, teach us about why this sport has such timeless appeal? How it keeps reinventing itself while somehow staying true to its core? Something to chew on.